ฝั่งชายน้ำบางปะกงยามแสงอาทิตย์
Bampakong River is like a main blood vessel, providing nourishment to the people of Peru for a long time. It was a center of ancient civilization and habitat to prepare historic populace. Its area is a source with plentiful crops for human living. Lifestyle at Bampakong Riverside. Bampakong River, the river of importance towards life, it has been attracting people to settle down, and today it results in a big riverside community. At the middle and the end basin of river is one of the biggest agricultural sources in the country. The riverside villager cultivate the integrated farming. The river is a crop source for quality jasmine rice and mango that are most wanted to export. Nowadays, the basin of Bampakong River is the main agricultural source for the country's exportation. The riverside villager survive from fishery to catch aquatic animals. They use different kinds of fishing tools. This is the knowledge of their ancestors which has been passed on throughout many generations until today. They breed aquatic animals by placing floating baskets into the river. It is a lifestyle picture of Bampakong riverside villagers who have a simple life and are brought by the river. Both coasts of Bampakong River today are still impressed with temples, ancient houses, and dense forest landscape. Scenery there, trees, occupy the entire coast. It's suitable for ecotourism and boat riding activities to touch nature and build the balance of ecological through mangrove forests, including dolphin boat riding activity. Every year from November to February is the time where dolphin hunting at the Bampakong estuary takes place. Today, the glamour of the Bampakong River remains and impresses every heart of Chachungsao people. It's a river of life that will forever nourish the Chachungsao people. Chachungsao or Peru is a province of importance since the past. Stories have been told that this land is filled with many different kinds of fish, especially large snakehead fish. Once fish is completely dried, egg strips can be sliced from it. This can prove that there is sufficient vegetation for the local to feed on to survive from the Bampakong stream. Cultural arts and the legend of Peru. Chachungsao province has been a long-lasting community with many different nationalities living together. Many commuters live there, which bring in different cultures. Each differ from another by either belief or traditional norms. It shall be continued and seen everywhere in communities of Chachungsao province. Thai Phun Community บ้านหัวกระสัง ตำบลบ้านช่อง อำเภอพนมสารคาม The cultural heritage will continue to be conserved by having Thai Phun museums. The museum contains their story and information where your generations can learn the lifestyle, the legend of their ancestors and villager intellectual. In อำเภอบางน้ำเปรี้ยว more than half of the villagers are Muslims, which have every strict belief and strong faith in their religions. They have a simple and peaceful life. Chachengsa province also has the Chamon community, or known as the Cha Raman, which mostly live in Ampher Bang Pakong, and the Raman Kong 14 community of Ampher Bang Nampreo. The annually Songkran Thai New Year festival has an own centipede flag procession festival, which has been continued until today. The same with Sabamon, which is the game that gives both young men and women the chance to meet during Songkran. Ban Mai Market. It is an ancient market at the Bang Pakong River. It is over 100 years old, and it is the only community which reflects to show how the original people nearby the river live. One of the activities that attract many tourists is floating with the boats through the Bang Pakong River. Even though this land has different cultures, believe the traditional norms, but it is still able to integrate them smoothly. There has always been peacefulness under His Majesty the King Pritit, which will always remain in the heart of the people of Thailand. หลวงพ่อพระพุทธโสธร The revered Buddha image of Sothornwararam Varavihan Temple is at the center of beliefs in faith from the people of Chachengsa. It is the place where religious followers come to worship and pay their respect. หลวงพ่อพระพุทธโสธรThe image in the attitude of meditation is always seen entirely passed with gold leaves by worshippers. It has graven image figure banana blossom head and wearing transparent yellow robe. The image sits on four different layers of the throne, meaning the highest point. On June 3, 1966, His Majesty the King, Her Majesty the Queen, and Princess Ubonrat Rashkanya have visited Sothornwararam Varavihan Temple to attend the candlelight procession ceremony. His Majesty had the initiative to build a new temple hall to honor Luang Por Sothorn. Later, it has been constructed under Princess Mahachakri Sirinthorn as chairperson. The people of Chachengsa are more than delighted for this. The Luang Por Sothorn Buddha image is situated in the huge and glamour Ubosot. There is the upright Ratanakosin architecture style. On its roof appears a Thai castle structure and is connected to the Buddha image hall. Marble from Carrara City, Italy, and golden coating ceramic has decorated Georgia's Ubosot. This Ubosot is remarkable and artistic at the Bang Pakong riverside. The strong faith and belief to Luang Por Phra Phutta Sothorn lead to secure and peaceful for Chachengsa people. People all over the country pay high respect to this temple due to the miraculous events attributed to the statue. There are 3 annual fairs celebrating Luang Por Sothorn. One falls in the middle of the 12th lunar month and the other falls in the middle of 5th lunar month and Chinese New Year. A procession of หลวงพ่อโสธร reproduction is held both on land and the water to let a large crowd of people from every direction pay respect to หลวงพ่อ Now, the new tall Ubosot construction of Sothon Wararam Waravihan Temple has been finished completely. On August 13, 2006, Princess Mahajaki Sirinthorn had received and consecrated a sacred stone born or Luknimit. This is a grand opening for the new tall Ubosot to honor หลวงพ่อโสธรIt is an everlasting center to the strong faith of Thai people in Buddhism. Then I asked the owner if he would agree to build an agricultural study center, since it would not be used for building a palace. He said, "My pleasure." So it was started right at that pace. The Khao Hin Son Royal Development Study Center under the royal initiative of His Majesty King.On August 8, 1979, His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej visited Ban Khao Hin Son land, which was donated by the local for building the palace. But His Majesty had initiative to build the Khao Hin Son Royal Development Study Center to be an integrated agricultural development center. The center area covers 1,895 rice. Phnom Sarakam District in Chachoengsao Province. It is aimed to rehabilitate the forest, to develop land and water source.To plant of crop cultivation and animal husbandry and to promote handicraft skill. Furthermore, His Majesty was kind enough to have the harbor forest in order to plant and comply various herbs. It would be brought about to serve as the study, research, experimentation, and the source of knowledge on herbal development.His Majesty also supported farmers to learn about land and water conservation methods by planting vetiver grass to protect erosion of topsoil, which would in turn help to retain soil moisture. In the project and Navy area to conduct to an appropriate method of land division for integrated agricultural for small land.His Majesty has guided about land management according New Agricultural Theory. Over 2 decades since the start of the project, the implementation of Khao Hin Son Royal Development Study Center of Sustainable Agricultural Development, which is under the responsibility of many relevant government agencies, and a good model in the implementation. The center is successful of integrated farming.